We have the t-shirts back in stock, my darlings. What is delayed is not denied. We have it in blue since you loved it so very much indeed, my darlings. You better go ahead and get your t-shirt before it sells out, because I just might go ahead and do a yellow t-shirt for you and an orange t-shirt. You have to bear in mind, Baby Girl is a small brand. We are self-funding here, so I can only do so much. But yes, the t-shirt is back and I am living and loving. I also have a surprise for you. Yes. You asked and I said, why not? We have brought the black t-shirt back. What is delayed is not denied. Are we living and loving? Hello, my darling Fumi Nation. How are you? How are we? Well, this is a little shocking, a little distressing. As a lot of you know, I live in Europe. I live in the United Kingdom. And what a wonderful city, country to be living in. I love it. Needless to say, sometime last year, I was reading in the news of black women drowning, just coming up in the news, drowning here, drowning there. I thought it was a bit odd, but I didn't want to segregate in a sense. I just paid attention to it. Needless to say, Fumi Nation sent me a whole bunch of messages about 3 sisters that passed away via drowning in Brighton. I think what was most frightening and disturbing for me was that their mother had passed away prior, also by drowning. So let's read. Torn apart. Mum of tragic sisters who died of Brighton Beach, also drowned. Families say they paid tribute to beautiful girls. The mum of 3 sisters who were pulled from the water of Brighton Beach also died by drowning 16 years ago, the family said. Jane Adetoro, they just have to wait. Jane Adetoro, 36 years old, Christina Walters, 32, and Rebecca Walters, 31, were tragically pulled from the water last week Wednesday. Here's a picture with their father Joe. 3 sisters. My God. Choppy waves at Brighton Beach as police search for the woman. I tell you this, we were going to go to Brighton Beach. That holiday is being scrapped right now. Not going to Brighton Beach because I don't know what kind of beach this is. This looks like very dangerous waters. I absolutely will not go there. This is horrible. This does not look like a beach. This looks like somewhere in the Atlantic. No, I'm not going there. It's feared the women who lived together in Uxbridge, London, were suddenly dragged into danger after misjudging the shingle shelf close to the water's edge. Their aunt, Ajike Adetoro, who lives in Manchester, paid tribute to the happy girls, who were the closest sisters and best friends, who did everything together. Do you know what I'm thinking? It could be a situation that one of them got too far and the other 2 jumped in to save her. And they all passed away. It's a possibility. Because now I'm reading that they all lived together. They were best friends. Those were friends and sisters of which any parent wishes when you have children, that they're that close. And maybe it's a situation that is what happened. I say that because Michael Jamal Warner passed away last year. He was on vacation. His daughter got too far and he jumped in to save her naturally. And he passed away and their daughter survived. very private. We never saw his family on social media. I'm just saying, it just came to me. The family said the girl's mom also tragically died by drowning in Birmingham in 2010. God, this is terrible. Ajike also slammed absurd conspiracy theories circulating online that are distressing the family. I can understand that. The bodies were pulled from the water here. It's a possibility. You see, the thing is that I don't want to say, oh, you know, because they're black, that it could be suspect. It could be suspect, but we swim. I swim very well. As you very well know, Ulla is a national swim champion for his country, Norway. 500 medals, 200 gold. We all swim in this house. But that doesn't mean that it's safe. Certain waters, the current is so strong, it doesn't matter how good you swim. But black people swim. We do swim. And they might have gone to this Brighton beach many a time. Their dad, Joseph, said no words can truly describe the pain of losing his family, and described the girls as his joy and strength. Joseph also added, the tragedy of losing all three of you has left an emptiness that words cannot heal. Today, with a heart full of sorrow and love, I pay tribute to my beloved daughters, Jane, Christina, and Becky, whose lives ended so tragically, far too soon. His wife Genevieve Barnaby described them as the most beautiful girls who didn't give us no trouble. I'm under the impression that he must have married again, 100%, because if the first wife died 16 years ago, then they were teenagers. They were teenagers. And he would have needed help and support. This is not nice at all, God. She posted a tribute to her stepchildren, saying, our hearts are broken. The pain is indescribable. The sisters, Uncle Adesoji launched a fundraiser for the family. He said, as a family, we are still struggling to come to terms with what has happened. The girls had so much life ahead of them, and their loss has left a pain and emptiness in our hearts that words cannot describe. Hey, dear son. No parent should ever have to bury their child, let alone all three. Is it that those are the only children he had? And you know also, they might have become even closer because of their mother's passing. I do notice that once a parent passes away, there's a sense and there's a need to hold on to each other, to keep the memory of the lost one, loved lost one alive. I do feel that. Hey, dear son. It feared the trio may have got into trouble after going for a paddle in the water. Hey, oh, this is terrible. It's terrible. It's natural. It's absolutely natural. You would jump in and you would save your sister. You would. And that was when the trouble started. These waters are dangerous. Extremely intelligent, Jane worked as an accountant, and relatives said she was the serious one who took on the role of mother to the other sisters. What did I just say? Christina had recently graduated from Brunel University, and Rebecca was described as the baby who was mischievous and lively. A frantic search was launched at 5:45 a.m. last Wednesday after reports of a person in the water near Brighton. Emergency services were called to the beach near Black Rock Car Park off Madeira Drive. Cops later confirmed 3 women had been pulled from the water. It was feared one of the women was suddenly dragged into danger after misjudging the shingle shelf, though police are understood to be probing a number of lines of inquiry. The pebbled beach around central Brighton and the Palace Pier is notorious for having the steep slopes, which can be incredibly dangerous for swimmers. Then you should cut it off. Then that should be cut off. That no longer is a place that is safe, because it's spring, you're happy, you're having your break, and you want to relax. If that's the case, it should be shut off. The Coast Guard source told The Sun it feared at least one of the women went into the water for a paddle and was suddenly dragged into danger after misjudging the shingle shelf. What did I say? You know, I don't read it all the way. I leave it so that I can be very authentic, on camera. That's what I felt. It took one pace out of thinking it's flat. You could go down 2 feet or more very quickly. She stepped into the water thinking that it was just knee length, for example. And then she took a couple of steps further and it just swallowed her in. And the other 2 panicked and ran. But the current underneath. Oh God in heaven. Oh. The investigation to understand how Jane, Christina and Rebecca came to be in the water is ongoing. Sussex police said there is currently no evidence to suggest third party involvement or criminality. The Chief Superintendent, Adam Hayes, Divisional Commander for Brighton and Hove, said the thoughts of everyone at Sussex Police are with the family of Jane, Christina and Rebecca following this devastating loss. I know this incident has had a profound impact on the local community in Brighton and across the country, and I'd like to reassure the public we will leave no stone unturned in our investigation to understand exactly what led to the tragic events of that Wednesday morning. This investigation will continue in earnest with Jane, Christina and Rebecca's family at its center. I would ask that they are given the privacy to come to terms with this terrible tragedy. May their beautiful souls rest in eternal peace. My God. To lose 3 children at once. Here I am covering Ashley Janae. And when I tell you, sometimes I lay up at night and I think about her. And here we have Christina, Rebecca and Jane. 3 sisters. All of them the same age-ish. Ashley Janae was turning 30 or 31. And here we have 36, 32 and 31. Father Jehovah. I am so sorry. I am so very sorry indeed. It's something that you just cannot imagine. These currents are very, very, very dangerous. And I'm not going to Brighton. I was going to go to Brighton for just like a little break. I'm not going. I'm not going because you know what? No. No. And nobody should go there. How about that? Father Joe, our deepest condolences. I am very, 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 very sorry to hear about this. And our prayers are with you. Our prayers are with you. It's a viral story, as it should, because it's 3 women, 3 sisters of a man who lost his own wife via drowning 16 years ago. What a tragedy. I am so very sorry indeed. Ladies and gentlemen, don't forget to like, to subscribe, hit the notification button, and I will see you sooner than later. All of my love.
Guys, my name is ENITAN, hair coach. I am UK's first ever hair coach and a trichologist. We are a team of trichologists and hair coaches here in W6 London, and we help those who are desperate and have tried and everything else has failed. We look after those who have chronic scalp concerns, flaky, itchy scalp that's been going on for many years. We help those that have hair loss that has progressed instead of improved, and we help those that just generally want to have a better understanding of better quality hair, length, volume, and reduce that dryness. Visit us by clicking